Okay, this isn't. I'm not trying to put anybody down, or um, besmirch anyone, but I would suggest that sometimes, in order for things to get moving, to get the ball rolling, that you have to lower your vibration, and because it's good to have a high vibration optimally, for your own function, but sometimes it's inevitable. And so if you lower your vibration a little bit, and then you drop in that thing that you need to be focused, the focal point. I require, the focal point, because I cannot ascend without addressing certain issues and leaving people behind or leaving people down or going on to be more conscious when you know about something. Whereas you're leaving women in the jungle at baby farms that are not exposed or known about yet, because nobody is questioning the John of God guy. Nobody is throwing charges at him and living that we're gonna punish you this way or that way. So if you know about any more baby farms that are running autonomously, or somebody who's running them, and you have connections with Epstein, you might want to make a deal. And so we'll go those women that need rescuing and things like that, right? Now, you could talk until you're blue in the face, and people don't have to even acknowledge that you're talking about anything that exists in their world unless you lower your vibration and you say something that they can charge you with. So I'm gonna start joking around and not being funny about inappropriate material, and then that will get all of these pearl clutchers to come out and be like, hey, you're saying this and that, and you mean this and that, and then they'll start talking about the issue that I'm talking about, because they'll have to refer to it because it's the majority of the content that I'm creating, right? And I'm gonna start going on platforms and asking straight out questions like, do you think that there are any more of these baby mills catering to the black market that maybe the John of God person knows about? And then while they're on their other shit and acting like that's not a really newsworthy story, then they have to actually answer a question with that in the subject matter. Yeah, think that you're going to be able to ignore this issue and have a news show. It's totally up to you what you want to do. But what is your audience looking for? Because I'm an audience member. I was in the audience. I was just yo, you never talked about this, and I still happen to think that there's probably more women like that need rescuing. So not to fucking demand moral outrage or anything like that, because you can just live your own life. Anybody could live their own life. They don't need me to tell you to do so or not to. But I don't understand why we're moving on to Black History Month and talking about Hebrew Israelites. I'm already sick of them niggas. Them niggas is depressing. I don't want to see any more content on that shit. I think that you gotta make this shit count. That's what I'm on. You gotta make this shit count. And if you're giving up on these issues, same thing with the Perry Funeral Home, y'all never. You have a deluge of autistic shit on the internet that you want to talk about that brings more audience. Well, that's them. That's that audience. I'm still an audience, but I'm looking for new content creators, because I want to get moving on this shit. I want to find out, and I want this shit exposed, because it's leading to other things, and there's other contraptions in the making for that demographic of those people that like to speak their mind on free speech on the internet all day. And even though you're not talking about issues, I still don't want anything to happen to you. So in your own posterity, for the interest of your own well-being, you need to address these filth, because they're gunning for you. You don't have to know about them gunning for you, or you don't have to be aware of them yet. You know what I mean? But they do basically shit that normal people don't do because of the resources that they have. They can brigade your channel, and they can engage in smear campaigns and gay ops, and you know it's coming. You know it's coming because you failed to execute. You hesitate to kill, and there's no divinity in that. So maybe you know, depending on people like me to have enough fucking understanding of occult metaphysics and shit, like how fucking wicked spirit science is plotting and fucking metastasizing in society, and they're coming for you. You know, so I'm regulating them right now. I'm not gonna spend any, like, when that shit comes out, it's not for me anymore, because why I'm impervious to that shit now because I already exposed it. I'm done. I'm just gonna sit back and see and watch the salt get thrown. I want to see the salt on the internet because it's gonna be entertaining, because I really just can't wait for these fools to fall on their face. The fact that they're not falling on their face is not a fucking, it doesn't take me down any, because I'm addressing it. Like, it doesn't, but it may represent a threat in the future going forward for you having people digging through your shit, digging up your shit because they have shit. You know, everybody has shit on their up to their ankles, but these people can't deal with having shit up to their ankles. They have to put shit on other people. So if they put shit on me, maybe it's real. You know, I've been to jail before. You know, I used to be a lawbreaker. I broke laws. I was degenerate before. So you can't come out and tell me some new shit to show everybody that I was a degenerate, because I actually was. You know, it's just that, you know, I didn't have nothing to think on at the time. So maybe my sentiment and my feelings were correct, but I was wrong because I haven't had the epiphany, or certain things hadn't been brought to my attention for that energy to be contributed to. Then when it's not contributed to anything, it's just a miscreant. I was just a miscreant, you know? So, I mean, if you have a problem with the old me, you know, you can work that dead horse over all you want to and put harm on me, you know? You can go put harm in meat right now, you know what I'm saying?